I was just at the All-Star game here this week. I was at Play Ball Park during the weekend, which is, I think they used to call it Fan Fest, but now it's Play Ball Park. And I stopped at the Topps booth, and Topps had these Jrod and Topps collaboration cards. Now, I didn't know they were going to have these. To be completely honest with you, I don't collect baseball cards. I don't collect a lot. You know, I've got some baseballs, I've got some knickknacks, but I just don't collect a lot of stuff. So you might be thinking, well, then why are you filming a box break video? You don't even do baseball cards. That's actually exactly why I'm going to do this, because I don't collect cards. So I thought it might be kind of fun just to open up this box and see what's in here and share it with you as somebody that doesn't collect cards. Now, before I do this, I got to do something that's going to be terrible. I hate it. You ready? Don't get old. It's the worst. So the last time I bought baseball cards, I'll usually buy like a pack or two a year. I take a look at them and then I just leave them on a counter somewhere or whatever at a game. I bought this box of cards during spring training. I was down in Florida. You ready to shiver? If you're a baseball card collector, this is going to drive you crazy, and I'll apologize. There they are. They're just here in the box. They're still here in the box. I pulled some out. I had Kyle Bradish or whatever. That's cool. The thing I was actually most excited about was this reprint of Bo Jackson. Being somebody that grew up in the 80s, seeing Bo Jackson on TV, watching him play with the Raiders and then with the Royals, it was always cool. So, but things that I look at on these cards, I generally look at cards and I just look at them in terms of, do I think they look cool? Do I think they're fun? Do they catch my eye? Is there something interesting about them? And, quite honestly, this year's Topps lineup of cards, perfectly safe. When I was a kid, I did buy cards. I actually bought Pro Set football cards. I was not a baseball card collector. I had Pro Set football, which should tell you how old I am, right? But it gives you kind of an idea of what kind of cards I was into. I still like to take a look at cards, like to see what's going on. So when I had a chance to pick up a box, I texted a buddy of mine. I said, hey, they've got these boxes. He's like, oh, those are really cool. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should buy more than one. And I probably should have. I see that on eBay, they're like, I don't know, $200 already. So this box has 3 packs in it. There's 3 packs, there's 7 cards. So there's gonna be 21 cards in this box. It was $50. So why did I buy it? I don't collect cards. Well, I like to waste money. But no, in all seriousness, I'm a big Jrod fan. So when I saw that there was special cards that, he had helped design or whatever, you got me, I'll buy it, I'll check it out. Plus, it's branded with the All-Star logo, and there's an All-Star card in here, so that was something I was excited to check out. So rather than sell this on eBay for $200 or whatever I could ultimately get for it, I'm going to open these cards. I'm going to do it here on camera, and then what I'm probably going to do, like I do with most cards, is I'll just, leave it at a ballpark or whatever, or give them out to trick-or-treaters with full-size candy, by the way. I don't do the small snack size, and, it's more fun that way. I'm going to break this out because I can't tear the cellophane with my fingers. So we're going to do this thing up. I probably already jiggled this thing around, so any card that was going to be rated a 10 or something is probably like a 5 now, right? I don't know. So now I joke about collectibles. A little bit about me while I get this thing open gracefully is I collected comics growing up. So I understand the idea of wanting things to be in mint condition. I understand the idea of wanting things to be in pristine condition and protected and having them in all your protectors and all that stuff. I get it. All right. It's officially off. So here is the box, if you haven't seen it up close, to give you kind of an idea. So 3 packs, 1 MLB All-Star Game exclusive parallel per pack. Look for autograph cards. That'd be something. Now on the back, the Show Out Collection, Topps has passed the creative reins to MLB superstar Julio Rodriguez to create his very own trading card collection. From creative direction of photography and design to selection of players and themes, Jrod approached the collaboration with the same attention to detail and enthusiasm as he does for the game of baseball. It's kind of cool. You can see he's got his autograph on the pack. Let's see how this thing's going to open up. Okay, so it's got little tabs here on the side. So I'm going to open it up. Should I let you guys see it before I get to see stuff in there? All right, so here's how it opens up. So a couple of things I noticed. First of all, that's pretty cool, right? I actually wish that was an insect card though, because here's the thing. I'm buying a box of cards that were designed by Jrod. If there's no Julio Rodriguez card in here, I'm going to be kind of bummed out. I mean, you know, that's part of why I bought it, right? So this would have been a really cool place to put his card. So aqua blue color motif, full body photos to showcase athletes in action. Number 44. Oh, that's kind of clever. Check this out. Number 44, but they did Roman numerals instead. So that's kind of an idea of what the card's going to look like. Use the shape of the coat of arms from the flag of the Dominican Republic. Okay. All right. So that's why that's kind of shaped that way. And looking at that, I would kind of wonder that too, because it seems like it cuts off maybe a lot of the activity and things that could go there. So you've got in here 3 packs. You've got this big empty box. So again, it seems like if they'd done an inset of a Julio card here, that would have been really cool. Because again, I'm going to be bummed if there's no Julio card in here. I'm at 7.5 minutes already. Are you still here? Are you still curious? All right, I'm going to put the blade away because I can actually open these. But so here is what the pack looks like normally. On the back has the same verbiage and an autograph style that was on the back of the box that I showed you earlier. And we're going to go ahead and open this first pack, all right? So I think a lot of these, by the way, I think a lot of these channels that open packs, I think they cheat. Like, you know, they're guys that they're planning stuff. So that's why you're going to see me do all this. I feel like I should be a magician. I'll hold it up to the camera. That way, you know, I'm not sneaking stuff in here. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, right? So we're going to go like this, okay? Now I'm going to turn these around and actually see who they are, but this way, you know, I'm not lying or making this up. Ty France, All-Star from last year. A good picture. I like the way that they've got the bat going outside of the frame. That's an original way to do it. Oswald Pereza. Now this one here is numbered 14 of 25. So this is rookie card. So that's kind of cool. So this is limited to 25. I've got one of them. Right on. I'll take it. Chipper Jones. Nice to see the classics in here. So you've got Chipper in here. Pete Alonso, who Julio just took out in the home run derby. Jeremy Pena. Suck at Astros. Nobody likes you, including me. Oh, all right. Dig it. Not my favorite picture, but check it out. Got Jackie Robinson. So it's nice to see them capturing classic players and classic all-stars in these packs. Comparatively speaking, I would say that the picture is not the best, so I probably would have chosen a different picture. But it's great seeing a player like Jackie Robinson in there. And Wander Franco. A couple of things I noticed, these cards, so let me like grab one of these other ones here. So if you take a look at, you know, 2023 Series 1 compared to now, there's definitely a difference on sheen. So first thing I noticed, feels like the sheen's a little bit different. Although, thickness-wise, it feels like the 2023 cards are maybe just a hair thicker when I'm thinking about just kind of the feeling in the hands. Again, you've got the branding in the top. So the top times Jrod. Oh, to give you kind of an idea of what the back looks like, let's use a more interesting one. Let's take a look at the back of the Brooklyn Dodgers Jackie Robinson card. So pretty cool, right? And then, the 14 to 25. So the back of that guy, it's going to be the same of likely whatever pack I get in here. So first pack, how do I feel? Feel pretty good. Some good players in there. Cards look pretty sharp. If I had maybe a criticism of the cards, they kind of all look the same. You know, anytime you've got the shape with that Dominican flag part there, it kind of limits the creativity of the space and the framing. So maybe that's something they could have done differently, but that's okay. Pack number 1. Should I just like put them back in here with the rest? I don't know. Okay, pack number 2. You ready? 12 minutes almost now. Goodness. All right, ready? Again, so you know I'm not cheating. Wouldn't it be really cool, like, if I got one of those really exciting cards and, like, lost my mind that you see people, like, going all the time and who knows, right? So here are these guys. I can't really tell. They're backwards in this. But this way, again, you know I'm not cheating. What do we got? We got Aaron Judge. We've got the most expensive toe on the planet on the injured list. It's too bad he wasn't at the All-Star game. Speaking of, let's take a little aside on the All-Star game here for a minute. How would you rate the All-Star game? What was letter grade you'd give it here this year? You know, I looked at things like not having Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, players like Bryce Harper, who I think is a player I really like just because of his work ethic. Felt a little light on the star power at times, but still a great event. I had a great time. I was also, as a Mariners fan and somebody that lives here in the Seattle area, it was great to see Ken Griffey Jr. back and really part of the festivities. So I was at the All-Star game in 2001. That was supposed to be Ken Griffey Jr.'s return to Safeco Field. In fact, he was on the cover of one of the variants of the program there in 2001, but he was hurt, so he didn't play. Ken Griffey Jr. did not make it back to Safeco Field, now T-Mobile Park, until 2007. So there was another 6-year wait from when we'd originally expected him back compared to now, or compared to then rather. So to have him back and be such a big part of the festivities and everything, I really liked. I thought that was a special moment, kind of keeping him in the fold and really giving him a spotlight. Because you think about Hall of Famers in the game, he's a player that is a true face of baseball and was for so long. It's important to have players like him really be involved. So that's great. Who do I got here? I got Riley Green, rookie card, number 2 of 25. So that's kind of cool. So far, we've got 2 numbered cards here. It's Riley Green's rookie card. Again, I don't know how many cards there are in this series. You might know, especially if you're watching this. You probably care about this stuff. And again, I'm not making fun of it. Just so we're clear, collect what you want, collect what you like. I think it's interesting. So just so you know, I'm not making fun of people that collect cards. I collected comics growing up. I still have a closet full of them. As you can see, I've got all kinds of interesting stuff in here. It's interesting to me, maybe not to other people. So collect what you like. Next player I got, Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, one of my favorite players in baseball. Was happy to see him at the All-Star game. You know, history of the game guy. I love the Red Sox, so I was a little bit bummed when they traded him to the Dodgers, except I really like the Dodgers too. So I was able to watch the Red Sox-Dodgers play in the World Series in Fenway Park back in 2018. So that's something that, you know, was an awesome moment. So while Mookie Betts got traded, you know, at least he went to a team that I like watching. Robbie Ray has a really expensive injured list and a really expensive ERA in the playoffs against Toronto last year. Good thing, however, is the Mariners could battle back and an improbable win. I was at that game and it completely blew my mind. I had tickets for all 3 games, figured, okay, well, clearly I'm going to be going to the game the next day. And then we scored like 8 more runs and ended up winning the game. So I flew home early. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nice. All right, we got a Masataka Yoshida with the Red Sox. So this is his rookie card. You know, a player that's been doing really well for the Red Sox, a team that's really been struggling. Still, though, it's nice to see him, you know, continue to develop as a player here in the American League and in America, for that matter. I think people have been surprised pleasantly at his power, and I think he's got a lot of potential, especially when you think about, I mean, dude seems like he's pretty small. Watch them play in the WBC. WBC, by the way, if you've never been to a World Baseball Classic, put it on your bucket list. World Baseball Classic is an amazing experience. I was at Dodger Stadium in 2009. Watched the finals with Japan and Korea. At that time, it was the best game I'd ever been to in my life. World Series, All-Star games, literally, it was better than all those. The WBC here in Miami this year, really similar thing. Loved the game. It was an awesome time. Was at the last 5 games of the series. And truth be told, even though watching Shohei strike out Mike Trout to end the game was an amazing moment and something that most people are going to remember, truth be told, the Japan-Mexico game was better. Who do I got here next? Hey, Mike Trout. Speaking of, so when Mike Trout was up to bat, they're up against Shohei in the World Baseball Classic in the game. I actually tweeted, I said, you know, this reminds me of the end of The Natural. So when Max is drawing that picture of Roy Hobbs, and it's like, is Roy Hobbs going to be the GOAT in a negative way, not the greatest of all time? Meaning, was he going to strike out or was he going to end the game? I actually tweeted that same thing about Mike Trout because he had a position to, are you going to be the greatest of all time? Or are you going to be the GOAT? That was a really interesting matchup. And I got to be honest, I'm not at all surprised he struck out against Shohei, who is a generational talent, amazing player to watch, and should be packing ballparks across the U.S. and hopefully, it's me knocking on wood, in Seattle this next year, although I don't think he's going to be. How much rambling do you guys want me to do in this video? More rambling, less rambling? Really quick aside on Shohei. I do not think Shohei Ohtani is going to be a Mariners player next year. Here's why. We had the opportunity to sign Shohei back when he signed with the Angels. At the time, all the publicity, everything that Jerry Dipoto, our GM, was talking kind of almost sounded a little bit arrogant. Like, you know, hey, this one's in the bag. Shohei is going to be our guy. And then he went to the Angels, a division rival. So, I don't know, maybe Jerry Dipoto just maybe came off a little too arrogant. Maybe there was something there culturally he didn't like. Or there's also a possibility that at the end of the day, Shohei's respect for Ichiro and Ichiro's history in Seattle and with the Mariners, I think there's kind of that, again, respect there that he doesn't want to be someone that is trying to surpass or compete with Ichiro's legacy. Because of those two factors, because of Dipoto and because of Ichiro, I don't think Shohei has any chance of coming to the Mariners. Book this at the 18-minute mark on this video. If I'm wrong, call me out later. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's coming here as much as I'd like. And then last card, Orlando Cepeda. So we've got at least one classic card so far per pack. So I'm not sure how these other cards are breaking out. There's the Cepeda card right there. Unlike the Jackie card, the picture is a little bit better. I mean, obviously they're taking archive photos and the camera quality and everything's changed a lot. But certainly it's nice to see some of the legends in these packs. So again, what are my thoughts so far? Kind of like I mentioned earlier, the layout of these cards is a little boring. Like it's a little boring. It's focused so much on the shape of one of the symbols on the Dominican flag that it's kind of losing, you know, what's happening. So if Jrod's choosing all these pictures, like Yoshida, here's Yoshida doing his thing. He's swinging a bat. He's ready to go. He's making it happen. Here's Mike Trout. He's standing there, just chilling. Aaron Judge, he's swinging. He's ready to go. He is swinging for the fences. Mike Trout, standing there. So, I don't know. Maybe choose a little bit different pictures. Pack number 3. By the way, am I regretting opening these instead of selling them on eBay for a couple $100? No, that's all right. I don't mind. We're going to open this third pack. Again, proof I'm not cheating here. So far, there's no friggin' Jrod card in here. I bought a pack of Jrod cards and no Jrod. So I already see who's on the back, by the way. That's a cool player. On the legend card seems to be the one that's at the end. So here we go. We're going to break these guys open. Acuna Jr. Dude puts on a show, some great hustle. Great player. Ready to go. Nice. This guy's magnetic, man. Randy Arozarena. If you could see me, wait, ready? Yeah. I'll tell you what, this guy could be a superstar in a lot of ways. We'll see where he goes. So one of the things about Arozarena is guy plays really hard. He really flies out there. That could be something that could cause him some injuries later. So I mentioned Bryce Harper earlier. Bryce Harper is one of those players that, man, that guy is so good. But like Ken Griffey Jr., got hurt a lot. But he didn't get hurt a lot because he was out of shape or because he was slacking off. He got hurt a lot because he's running into walls and playing his ass off, right? Well, Arozarena, I think, is one of those players that is probably going to be pretty similar. He's going to really work it. He's going to really do his best, right? I have yet to get like an all-star card, though, right? Wasn't I supposed to get like a all-star exclusive parallel inside? What is that? Are these those? Answer in the comments unless I stumble on one here in a minute. Are these the parallels? Are these the all-star parallels? I guess they must be because, I don't know, they're the different colors. So these green ones here are the ones that are numbered. I don't know. Hey, Bryce Miller. So Bryce Miller, rookie card. This kid's bringing it. So he's got some good pitching. He's had a couple of games that haven't been the best, but still, as pitchers go, we've got a lot of good young pitching in Seattle, so that's great to see. And yeah, I think Bryce Miller's got a good future. Think about George Kirby being at the All-Star game, Logan Gilbertson. We got Bryce Miller. We got Wu. He's just called up. And then Luis Castillo, obviously heading up. How we are not in first or second place, how we're not in the wild card at this point, first of all, is beyond my imagination. Second of all, comes to hitting. Third of all, that's what happens when you don't spend more than $1 on free agents during the offseason and depend on trades to stock up some folks. We need at least 1 or 2 more hitters, and the people we picked up, sadly, aren't doing that great. Teoscar Hernandez, great player. I think he'll get traded here pretty soon. Colton Wong, who, by the way, I thought was an upgrade over Adam Frazier, and I was wrong. He is not. He is terrible. Jorge Blanco. Hey, nice. I'm always down for Pedro. So Pedro Martinez, obviously a Hall of Famer. Red Sox great. Saw him pitch in Fenway. First time I ever went to Fenway was back in 2003. I saw him strike out 12. It's a sunny afternoon against the Minnesota Twins. Against the Minnesota Twins. And I left the ballpark to chants of Yankees suck against the Minnesota Twins. Paul Goldschmidt. Right on. And then Carlton Fisk. The original Pudge, by the way. The original Pudge, Carlton Fisk. Hall of Fame player, Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox. He's doing something. He's swinging the bat. He's making it happen. One of the greatest players to ever grace the sport of baseball, Carlton Fisk, got his career started on the right track. Right on. Good card. No Julio. Come on, man. Julio, if you ever watch this, I know you're not watching this channel, but if you do, man, where's my friggin' Julio card? That's why I bought these cards, dude. Come on, man. All right. That was it. That's baseball cards. Yay, cards. So, yeah. Some cool cards, some good players. I think if there's, so I'll end on this. If there's one thing I appreciate about this stack of cards that will ultimately probably end up back in this box, they're all good players. Like, you don't have players that you go, who the hell is that guy? It's all like name players. So I appreciate that the list of folks they put together are good players, that they're all-stars or Hall of Famers or people that have a bright future. There's some good players in here. There's some good cards, and I like it. Critiques, again, just kind of spice up maybe the layout a little bit. It's a little static. Overall, I like the flair. I like the choices. See what they do next year. That is Topps and Jrod. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, I'd tell you to hit subscribe, but I don't review baseball cards. I review ballparks. But if you're interested in ballparks, hit up this site, hit subscribe. If you didn't like it, you thought this was the worst video you've ever seen in your life, remember, I don't collect baseball cards, man. So don't judge me on that. And, oh, hey, by the way, ready? Let's see if I can tilt this down. If you like my shirt here, it's Jason Voorhees, Major League logo. Just hit tpublic.com. Keyword search Major League Killer, by the way, if you want one of those shirts. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. Play ball. Second half. Mariners make it happen. Let's go.